and welcome to Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. If you are not getting the results you are looking for from your digital marketing efforts, this is the podcast for you. And now, here's the host of our show, the local business guy himself, Frank Deming.
Hello, everyone. This is Frank Deming, the local business guy, and welcome to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, everyone. I hope you guys are having a rocking week thus far. Today, I want to talk to you about one of my favorite topics. And one of my favorite topics is something I haven't spoken to you about in quite some time. That is lead generation. And specifically, I want to start talking to you about 7 attorney lead generation tips that you must follow to win more cases, to get more cases into your firm so you can start distributing those cases to your ample attorneys that work with you. So whether you're a large firm or small firm, irrespective of that, if you were working with a team, you're going to want to listen to this episode because it's going to help you with some lead generation, which again is one of my favorite topics. All right, let's get into it because I may spend a little bit of time on some of these topics, and I respect your time a lot. I don't like to make long episodes, but this one may be slightly longer than others, just as a heads up. All right, so number 1 of how to get more law firm leads is know the fundamentals of lead generation. Sounds funny, right? What are the fundamentals of lead generations? Okay, very simple. The fundamental of lead generation has 4 easy stages, and those are awareness, interest, desire, and action. Okay, I'm going to dig a little deeper on these 4 stages. And this is fundamental. Okay, fundamental. And I'm talking just inbound marketing. Okay, that's it. This is all inbound marketing for lead generation. So, the first thing I said was awareness. So, during the awareness stage, the potential clients become familiar with your firm and what you offer. Very simple. Okay, it's just awareness. They're getting to know you guys. The second stage is called interest. In the interest stage, they learn more about your legal services and their benefits. So, how do they do that? Let me explain. Let's say you have a blog on your website, which I highly recommend that you do, or a video on your website, or several videos on your website talking about your stuff, or you have a YouTube channel. See, all of this is once they become aware of it. So if you're marketing, they're going to become aware of it. And then as you write stuff or produce content on a video, that piques their interest. Then it comes to stage number 3, which is called desire. In the desire stage, they begin to actually actively consider working with you. It's like a little switch. So that's why I said in the interest stage, you have to have good content, video, written, or otherwise. So it has to pique their interest, because once that interest goes up, the desire automatically goes up. It's fun. It's the fundamentals. It's what we're talking about. And then after that, the final stage is the action stage, and they choose to become a client. Voila, you have a new case. It's as simple as that. That's the fundamentals. Okay. And that's the number 1 lead generation thing. Number 2 is you want to create an ideal client customer profile, And, a lot of people hate this. You've probably heard this a plethora of times over and over again. And guess what? You're going to hear it one more time. Because it's ideally very, very important. You want long-term loyal clients, right? you want long-term loyal clients. And how do you get long-term loyal clients? You got to understand who they are. You have to understand who they are. Okay? To better understand your target leads, the law firm can try a number of things, okay? And I'm just there are a few things that you can try as a law firm to understand it, because sometimes you don't understand. You tell me you do. I'll give you an example. I have a client of mine who says he does. He knows exactly what's like. But I could tell by the way he's writing his blogs, because he writes his blogs. He doesn't have us do it. I mean, although we have that service. He does not understand his ideal client. Okay? But here are things that you can try if you're struggling with this, because I know it could be difficult to identify your ideal customer profile. But first of all, let's break down what we're looking for here. Okay? Before I tell you the three things that you want to do to try to identify it, let's define what it is first. Number one is demographic information: age, gender, income level, and location, etc. That's what demographics, this is what you're looking for. And another thing that you want is psychographic information. What I mean by that is interests, values, behaviors. All of those things combined will create what's called your ideal customer profile. Now I'm going to get back and tell you exactly, if you're struggling identifying this, here's some ideas. And I want you to try this, okay? If you have a pen and paper, if you're not driving and you have a pen and paper, I want you to write this down. If not, just listen to this version. Just listen to this episode over and over and over again, okay? And then you'll get it. So you want to analyze your current clients. That's a good way of finding out who your ideal is. Identify the trends that their demographic behaviors and legal needs. Just identify that. Then when you're going to start seeing a trend, and then now you can say, oh, okay, so my ideal client profile is X. If that doesn't work, get feedback and reviews. So doing this is going to help you understand what they value in a legal service provider. That's you. So just get feedback. Go out there. Get aggressive. Say, hey, because you want to nail this. Remember, folks, and I said this last week, we're in the second quarter of 2023 already. So I need you guys to understand this. This is why I'm doing this lead generation episode now. It's so critical that you understand this, especially if you're out there doing digital marketing. Okay? Another way you can do or capture this information of your client profile is, let's say you don't have one. I'll give you an example. I had a client of mine who didn't have one. He just did it. So I told him, I said, listen, you have, profile what your dream customers are then. Okay? So you want to find an ideal person or an entity that you would like to work with and create a profile around them. Very simple. I'll give you an example. That same client, he's an estate attorney. He was attracting or getting a lot of, lower income, lower than he wanted to anyway, income clients. And he was looking for the upper echelon clients. He was looking for the clients that have a lot of property, a lot of estates, etc. That's what he was looking for. He wanted to specialize in this. Well, what I had him do was, just find ideal people who are around that and interview them. He started doing this, people who have property and businesses, etc. And he started doing that, and he started attracting more people. So, I'll give you an update on that at some other time. But let's go into number 3, which is you want to use a mix of inbound tactics for your lead generation efforts. Here's what I mean. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, pretty much. So you got to use web marketing tactics like pay-per-click marketing. I talk about pay-per-click all the time. It is the best form of lead generation. Why? It's fast. It's quickly measurable. and, you see results right away. Like I said, it's fast. But, and most likely what I do with this type of marketing, when it comes to lead generation, I never ever send lead, pay-per-click traffic to my website. I always send it to a landing page. I create a landing page that has quick actions on it. Whether either click a button, watch a video, whatever. Whatever I want to do in a landing page is done in that landing page. I put as much information about the law firm on the landing page. Boom, people take action. Next one is SEO, search engine optimization. This requires a lot of research, keyword research. We talk about keyword research all the time on this show. Look, go back to some of the old episodes there that we talk about SEO. But you want to have your metadata, your meta tags. You want to have your keyword research locked in. You want to know exactly how you want to appear online. So on this one, I do send traffic to the website, not the landing page. I send it straight to the website. So you want an appealing website. You want an appealing website that's easy to navigate, because when you send traffic to it from an SEO perspective, people will navigate, and you're going to see in your Google Analytics how people are hopping from page to page to page. Now you know your SEO is working. Okay, so SEO, keyword research. You want to publish your website content regularly. We're going back to the blogs or videos or whatever. You want to create high quality backlinks. We've talked about that. All of this is going to create a buzz about your law firm and get more leads so you could get more cases. Another thing is social media marketing. I don't talk a lot about social media marketing a lot on this show, but social media is a powerful way to get the word out about your services. You post whenever you have a new blog, you distribute it on your social networks at some point. I love LinkedIn, but maybe you want to do something else. LinkedIn is my favorite. What's your favorite? So, and you don't have to post on all. If you don't want to post on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever, pick one of those. But you got to pick one. Okay. Now let's go with number 4. Number 4 is balance the quantity and quality of your leads. So it is a common practice to get as many leads as possible. Okay. I've seen this so many times. People just want a ton of leads. All right. And they always say the same thing over and over again. See, because the premise is that the more leads you have, the higher the chances of getting more cases. It may be true. Okay. That may be true. And you should strike a balance between quantity and quality. Okay. And here are ways that to if your prospective clients are high quality. I got to give you some, before I move on to the next topic, is I got to give you ways that if your prospective clients are high quality. Okay. Marketing. Qualified leads. Okay. So the leads that may not yet have the intent to work with you. Okay. If you're marketing to qualified leads that they probably don't have the intent to work with you yet. Okay. They still, however, qualify because they have, they've shown some sort of interest in some way. So you know who they are because they're the ones who are bouncing around in and out your blogs. They've probably downloaded, or maybe you gave them a cheat sheet or something, or if they've opted into your email list somehow. That's a qualified lead.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are enjoying today's content. While I have you on here, I want to introduce you to a promo that we have going on for the spring of 2024 for all legal practices throughout the U.S. I have an outstanding offer that we've never been able to offer before, but we want to do it because you have been an avid listener. We're only promoting this to people who listen to the show. So if you're an attorney and you are an avid listener to the show and you're thinking about possibly opening your own practice, you want to pay attention to this announcement. We are offering a full website with hosting, SSL certificate, online booking service, online appointment management, and more, and much more, with a 1-year maintenance, all for $2,250. That's $2,250 one-time fee, and you have a full-fledged website. If you want to know more about this, just give us a call at 888-416-7752 or send us an email at info@lbmsllc.com. Just make sure that you mentioned that you heard it on the show, and we'll definitely get you that discount. So with that, I'm going to bring you back to the content. Another qualified lead is have like those no or low risk leads. So I'll give you an example of this. A personal injury firm, they usually generate very no or low risk leads. Why? Because again, that's no out of pocket from their side. You know, they have to deal with the insurance, and they let the attorney build a case for them about getting the money out of the insurance. That's just an example of what I'm talking about. Another qualified lead is, the sales lead. So these are the leads that are ready to pay for your services right now. I've got a few family law attorneys who get this all the time. They, no fooling around. They're ready to rock and roll. They want to get divorced today. They want to sue for child support. They want to, whatever it is, and they're ready. They're ready with credit card in hand to get a retainer right away. That's the type of qualified leads. Now, again, you want to balance the quantity with quality. These are the qualified leads that you want. This is the type, okay? First of all, the, high intent. The other one is the low risk. And then the third is the ones with credit card in hand, ready to buy. There's certain keywords that you're going to see. You're going to notice that they're typing. Take notice of this, and you'll see a trend, an increase in caseloads. Okay, that's just a little tip there. So number 5 is you want to go local online and offline. Okay, now you don't hear me talk a lot about offline on this show because I'm an online marketer. However, you do want to do some offline stuff. Okay, the online stuff you already know. We've talked about it ad nauseum. SEO, PPC lead generation, Google local services ads, etc., etc. You want to do these lead generation tactics, okay? You want to do it local, online, and offline, okay? Now, here's some offline tactics that you want to start doing for lead generation, okay? You want to be speaking as a guest at a conference. Powerful way, and this could be all local. It could be from your chamber of commerce, etc. You want to be hosting educational seminars or workshops with clients. It's another offline tactics, very popular. You want to attend industry events to meet other professionals in your field. Very important thing. Another good tactic. Number 4, you want to sponsor local events or organizations to increase, like your brand awareness. So people see your logo around. So, I've seen this several times when they have like events and, maybe they have, we're here in New Jersey, still a little cold here, but it's getting warmer. But yeah. So they're gonna start seeing these street fairs, and they start seeing your logo. You're sponsoring these events. You're gonna get some offline awareness. Okay. Another thing you want to do is, this is last but not least, but partner with local nonprofits or charities, and you want to give back to your community. Another very powerful way of doing some offline marketing. Okay, people like to see that you're involved in the community. They want to see that. They see the branding. They see the logo. You get business on the back end from it. It just works this way. Okay. You want to invest. This is number 6, by the way. If you want to invest in a CRM software, and this is funny that I bring this up, only because I've had several chats with certain firms out there that they don't invest in this. They have spreadsheets, and it's working for them, but it becomes very very hard to navigate. So, at least get some sort of something that's capturing these leads, because you want to see your numbers. And this is, I'm speaking mostly to my solo practitioners here, because this is where I see this most. The larger firms don't have this problem, but solo practitioners are still doing this. And, you want to invest in this tool. This is something that you don't want to forget. Okay. 7. This is last but not least, and this is one of the most important ones. Okay. So I left it last because I want you guys to really understand the importance of this. So you want to nurture leads to boost conversion. Not enough people are doing this. See, your sales team, if you have a sales team, and I hope you do, is responsible for sales pitches, right? But throughout the lead generation process, you can increase the chances of conversion, by developing a relationship with the leads. And that's what I mean by nurturing. Okay. Because, and you can do this online. Okay. A lot of people challenge me on this, and yes, you can. I would say, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. So the whole nurturing, what this involves is basically creating and sharing content that's relevant and useful to your leads. That is, and the only thing it's going to do is establish trust and credibility. That's it. Okay. So, you want the content on, maybe you want to share stuff like your blog content. Like, remember I said you want to share it on social media. You also want to share it to, to a lead list. Okay. And then the lead list will probably be closer because, since, they know you, they opted in for whatever reason, you're staying top of mind. And you want to personalize these emails. Make them feel like they're the only person that you're nurturing. It's a trick to that. It's a content marketing strategy that we've worked on for many years here on with LBMS. And it's very important to do that. Okay. So that's about it, folks. That's all I had. Those are the 7. So let me go through the 7 again. Number 1 is you want to know the fundamentals of lead generation. Very, very important. Number 2, you want to create an ideal client customer profile. Very basic. You want to use a mix of inbound tactics. So not just one. You want to use a mix. PPC, you want to do SEO, you want to do social media. And there are a plethora of others, like there's display ads and stuff that I didn't want to, but I just want to go with the basics with this one. Balance the quantity and quality of your leads. Very important. You want to balance those things. You want, the whole, you want to go local, online, and offline. you want to do that. You don't want to forget about offline. I know it sounds funny coming from an online marketer, but I gave you some very keen examples of how you can do it offline. You want to invest in a CRM software. And I did that solely only for our sole practitioners out there that I'm seeing them still use spreadsheets. And there's nothing wrong with spreadsheets, but invest in a CRM. And number 7, you want to nurture your leads because those things boost conversions. So that's all I have for you today, folks. If you guys got anything out of this episode and you think it added value to you, and you think of someone that you think it will also help, I would love it if you were to share this episode with someone and say, hey, this episode that Frank put out in Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses really, really impacted me, and I hope it would impact you. If you were to do that, I would really appreciate it. I appreciate that. It's the only way I get the word out about this podcast is if you guys help me out. So with that, I'm going to put an end to this episode. This has been Frank Deming, the Local Business Guy. Until next week, take care and bye for now. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. Don't forget, any links that were mentioned during the broadcast will be available to you in the show notes, so be sure to grab them while you have the chance. Incidentally, if you have any topics that you would like for us to discuss on the show, be sure to send an email to the email provided in the show notes, or click the Contact Us link and let us know what topic you would like us to help you with, and we'll be sure to add it to our schedule. If you would like for Frank and his team to look at your digital marketing presence and give you a free evaluation, simply click the Request a Free Consultation link in the show notes to get a hold of them. That being said, until our next episode, make it a successful digital marketing day. Peace out.